Hey, what's up, fam? Thank y'all for tuning in once again. As always, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And when you do subscribe, hit that notification bell so that every time I drop a video, you will be the first to know about it. Well, it is official. Ime Udoka's suspension is racially and religiously motivated. There's no other way you can put it. Let's go to the Daily Mail and read this headline. It said exclusive. Ime Udoka's lover revealed he cheated on Nia Long with a 34-year-old devout Mormon, married mother of three. See how they put the word devout, like somebody said, oh, I'm a devout Christian. You know, when somebody said the word devout, that means, you know, this is like their belief, their faith, this is their everything. So they're Mormon, they're religious. So you gotta show sympathy or empathy that this big black man took advantage of this poor, sweet, innocent, married mother of three children. Took advantage of her. You know how black guys are. They're like pimps. They know how to talk. They got the gift of gab, and she fell prey to them. This is why we didn't allow them to become parishioners or priests, the whole offices of power, until 1978. Devout Mormon married mother of three who landed her team service manager job with Boston Celtics through friendship with legendary former Chief Danny Ainge. Let's go to a little bit of this. The Boston Celtics employee whose affair with head coach Ime Udoka led to the suspension can finally be revealed. The female employee is the team service manager Kathleen Nemo Lynch, 34, married mother of three, DailyMail.com can disclose. The Celtics have not identified the woman Udoka was involved with, but Lynch's name has been leaked online. She served as a team liaison arranging travel, which has already been put out there. Because they said there was a time when Nia Long was trying to travel to one of the games, and somehow she got put either on the wrong flight and got there like hours later. You know, so if that's the case, then, you know, this poor, innocent Mormon married mother of three, my gosh, maybe he must have made her do it. You know, he must have, you know, coerced her into, you know, booking this flight, you know, the wrong flight, so they can spend more time together. And, you know, saying Nia Long can, you know, be somewhere else while they be alone together and speak about all the bad things that he's done to her. They say, and is likely to have arranged travel for Udoka's fiancee, Nia Long. A source familiar to the investigation told Daily Mail that the affair was consensual, short-lived, and had ended by the time investigators got involved. So again, if this, I'm just gonna call cap, and I'm gonna say it has to be more to the story than just this, because I'm not condoning saying, hey, you know, the dude, you know, cheated on Nia Long. Number one, they're not married. You know, he was not. Okay, fiance, whatever, got kid, but in the eyes of the law, Coach Ime was not married at all. So he, on his side, how can I say this? My gosh. He didn't do anything wrong on the marriage side, because he wasn't married. He did something wrong because Nia Long is his woman, or what have you, if that's how you want to put it. But you know, what they say, if you're not married, you're single. So really, you know what I'm saying? But this poor, defenseless Mormon, devout Mormon mother of three, married mother of three, let me make sure I get that right next time. She was coerced. She was fooled. She was bamboozled by the big black man. It says Lynch had long-standing personal tie with the team's legendary former player Danny Ainge, who was the team's executive director of basketball operations before leaving the franchise last year. So that means he still got power. He still got say-so. He still got pull in that place. And my people, black Americans, tell them in the comments what you know that Danny Ainge and his people were saying about this brother. Because we already know. We already know. He done call them all. I'm just gonna say they done call him all. This devout Mormon, he's a Mormon too. And Ainge 63 is a fellow devout Mormon. See, helped her land the job. Another devout Mormon. I guarantee this devout Mormon. He's 63 too, which means he's been around long enough to know when black folks couldn't black folks couldn't become priests, parishioners, and hold high power, offices of higher offices, positions up until 1970. Well, that's when it was lifted. So I guarantee he's part of that whole group that didn't want black folks to be Mormons anyway. Although blacks were some of the earliest people converts to the Mormon religion when it was first founded. So we can guarantee that they done call them all kind of N-words in meetings. And I say, you better fire this N-word, this and the third. You know what I'm saying? And probably, I don't know what she said. But again, trying to make her just look lily white and make him look like the big black monster. And so you messed up and you suspended the guy. But then it's like, once you kind of find out, here's what I think. I think she sat there and told a lie about the relationship. Said all kind of bad things about him once it started coming out. Guaranteed. Now they said it was short-lived. But again, I guarantee she was saying stuff about him to the point to where these dudes, Danny Ainge and whoever else, came to her rescue and was going to suspend him, was ready to fire him. But they said, suspend him too quick. Let's do an investigation. Did an investigation. Now it comes out that it was a two-way street. That both of them played a part in this whole incident. So now, what can they do? Because they do look silly. They will look silly firing this guy. Like, seriously. Because of this. I mean, because you talk and go listen to all these interviews with different basketball players. What's the dude? I forgot the guy whatever the guy is that got the basketball sports cast with Steven Jackson, the other guy. He was saying how, man, this kind of stuff goes on all the time. You know what I'm saying? There was another player that said the cheerleader got fired when they found out. Now, with athletes and cheerleaders, I know that's banned in like a lot of professional sports. I know like with the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders, like the players and the cheerleaders were like, it was against the rules for them to date each other or whatever. So if a cheerleader did get caught having an affair or having a relationship with a basketball player, she will get fired. So that's kind of like, that's a different thing. But this here, like I said, a lot of this stuff happens all the time. But again, what it was is racism took over. I'm just gonna put it out there. Tell me if I'm wrong. And it jumped out. It reared its ugly head. It jumped out front, suspended this guy. Now you really don't have grounds to really fire him. He realized that, and now it's too late. So what you gonna do? Ain't really much you can do but just let him hang in limbo. Let him hang until the end of the year. They're gonna come up with some kind of financial settlement, and then they're gonna let him go. That's why they're saying now, if he want to fill other offers, they have no problem. They will not stop him from going out and looking for or entertaining other offers to coach other teams in the world. Do what you feel. That tells you, know what I'm saying? That let you know right there. They know they wrong, but now it's kind of awkward. Now you done made it way too awkward. But like I say, this another girl, she didn't get fired. And her position is not a position of high power. You feel me? Now, I don't know if she was like, it don't say anything about her being the wife of a vice president or anything like that on here. It says, so familiar with the investigation, told Daily Mail that Ainge learned early in the summer that Celtics had initiated an investigation into Udoka's relationship with Lynch, but he did not intervene in an investigation or decision to suspend the coach. Sure he did. The source added, however, that Ainge was deeply disappointed by the affair, especially given the fact that they have families. Of course. Lynch has known Ainge and his family for well over a decade, sharing a hometown, college, and workplace with the basketball hero. Oh yeah, then Ainge was pissed. Ainge left the Celtics last year and had taken over as head basketball operations at Utah Jazz long before news of the affair went public and resulted in last month's season-long suspension. The relationship to the Ainge's family or where she went to school or religious affiliation had nothing to do with the severity of the punishment, the source says. Which means if that is true, then I call cap again on this. Because this wasn't worth that. This ain't worth what they doing to drag that brother through. So if it ain't it, it's racially motivated for sure. You got to come out. They're going to come out with something different than this. Because this, shit, you must be. Man, I'm grown. I've been in this world 45 years. I done seen enough. You know exactly what's going on. You ain't talking to no dummies. You might think you talking to a whole bunch of people who watch TikTok and YouTube shorts and reels and Facebook reels or whatever the hell you call them. People got short attention spans. Nah, I read and study, and I know exactly what's going on here. The good thing is that everyone regrets what happened and is taking responsibility and humbled and trying to fight for their families and lives back, the source said. Lynch and Ainge both declined comment when contacted by DailyMail.com. Lynch, who grew up in an active Mormon family, so your mom and dad didn't like black folks either. It's probably why you did it. Lived for years as a teenager in Wellesley, Massachusetts. Ainge's then hometown, where he and his wife were raising a family of 6. She later attended college with Danny Ainge's daughter at a basketball star's alma mater, Brigham Young University, a school in Provo, Utah, sponsored by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, the Mormons. She graduated in 2011 and 2 years later was hired by the Celtics, working under Ainge, who was the chief of basketball operations. Ainge probably knocking it down too, I'm just saying. He held the top job since 2003 and retired in 2021, but has maintained ties to the Celtics. Told you. Where his son Austin is director of player personnel. Told you, still got ties. And you got this husband that's probably cussing you out and calling Ime all kind of N-words. Tell me, prove I'm wrong. Udoka, the Celtics' second-year head coach with a once sterling reputation, was suspended for the remainder of the 2022-23 season over multiple unspecified violations of team rules. No disciplinary action was taken against Lynch. Which again, this is bullcorn. There's something that they're not telling us, as we know. They're hiding something. It's what you call a sleight of hand smoke signals. Smoke and mirrors, I mean. There's something else to this story that's not out yet. I know the whole story front and back, the source said. It's as basic as it can get. All the acts were 100% consensual. Still, the source added, the Celtics decided the suspension was prudent, largely because they didn't want the distraction going on for long. Then fire the female. That's what you do. If you don't want to go on, you fire the woman. You put the woman somewhere else. That's what you do. You don't fire your head coach who just took your team to the NBA Finals and was hoping and had a good chance of maybe going to the finals this year and winning, if we can just get his players over the hump mentally. But no, you saved the job of this woman who's basically an assistant to somebody over the head coach. Where do they do that at? Except in Boston, which is widely known as one of the most racist. I hate people say that. I'm not gonna say that. Because Boston's probably about as racist as any other town anywhere in this country. Seriously. I mean, seriously. It might be surprise racism is probably what it is, but they're not the racist. I mean, but we know that they are racist people. She can't even go to the grocery store. Say sources close to Lynch say she's been left devastated and afraid to show her face in public these days. You should have thought about that before you did what you did. Wanting to avoid scrutiny, given her name and photo has circulated widely. She can't even go to the grocery store, one person said. Really? But she still got a job, though. I bet you he may go to the grocery store, ain't got no problem with it. But he ain't working. Which one would you rather have? Ainge's daughter Taylor, a close friend of Lynch, wouldn't discuss specifics when contacted by DailyMail.com, but urged the media to respect the privacy of the parties involved. Boston, the Celtics should have did that. These are human beings involved that have families and are dealing with a lot of consequences themselves, or blah, 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 mess. Ultimately, when you run a corporation and you have rules, your hands are tied, she continued. It is what it is. Again, you got rules. You don't fire your head coach. You don't do that. Because your team make the money, not this little woman who's booking flights for people. Make me understand. Make me understand where this makes sense. So I want to apologize. Oh, that's a duplicate trying to apologize. I don't want to hear no more. Man, apologize enough. They said the situation escalated on September 23rd when I guess Nia Long said she'd been blindsided. Found out just days after moving to Boston. The actress had been with Udoka over a decade. They got a 10-year-old son. They say she thanked everybody for the love and support and blah, 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 and all that kind of stuff. Man, this is bullcorn. This is a bunch of bullcorn. First of all, like I said, this is racially motivated. You can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me otherwise. Because like I say, it don't make no sense. And I'm not going to sit here and ramble on no longer. Tell me what you think. Leave your comments below and then share it with the world. Because here's the thing. Oh, let me hit it like this. Let me actually end it like this. This is why it's important. Again, and if Ime Udoka, whatever his name, Ime Udoka, the thing about it is, yeah, I know that his parents are from Nigeria. I get it. He's not an FBA or an ADOS or whatever the case you want to be. This is when I have videos when I say people like to say, oh, the Christian first. I'm Muslim first. I'm not black. I'm from this country and that country. When you get over here, they don't care about all that. They see this here. That's what they see first and last. You can holler. You say, hey, I'm a Mormon just like you. I'm a Christian just like you. I'm a Mason just like you. You know, I'm a union worker like you. A lot of them don't care about that. A lot of them gonna be like, oh, really? Who cares? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you gotta understand that your color is what everybody else sees first. So that's what I'm going on with this story. This is why it's important for us to do our own. I know a lot of us don't want to sit there and start over. I get it. You're comfortable. I mean, the man, you know what I'm saying, them folks paying good money. They done made good money off the backs of your ancestors, our ancestors, making millions and billions and trillions of dollars. And so we want some of that, but the only way we're gonna get it is to, latch onto their coattails and work for them. You know what I'm saying? And you're comfortable. I get it. I understand. But you risk stuff like this happening. And they're going to always try to explain why it's not racially motivated. When you and I know it is. But what are you going to do about it? What you going to do about it, like I say, like your boy Ice Cube. I think Ice Cube is partnered up with some people, some of them folk with his Big 3 league. But he's trying to do something. Now, if he could do it on his own, he can get enough support, like from, let's say, Diddy or Jay-Z or, any other. I'm just naming entertainers because that's the circles that he's around. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like dating. People always talking about who they want to date. They want to date high-value men, high-value women, making this much money, that much money. Who are you around? You know what I'm saying? That's why celebrities date celebrities, because they feel more comfortable in those circles, because that's who they're around. So anyway, that's a story for another day. Do our own. Get our own leagues. You know what I'm saying? Buy from our own people. Do what everybody else does. It ain't got to be racially motivated. You ain't even got to sit out here and holler, I'm black and I'm proud. Just do it. I buy stuff from us all the time, as much as I can. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, just you know what I'm saying, just do it. You ain't gotta make big announcements. You know what I'm saying? I support us all the time, but and eventually, but they say the proof will be in the pudding. It'll all come out eventually, because them folks will start to realize that they losing money, losing revenue, and they're gonna go and count every dime and every penny to see what happened, and they're gonna realize that we're doing for ourselves. That we're tired of sitting here asking for reparations, that y'all come up with every excuse to not give. When you ready to give it, we're gonna continue to ask for it. But when you ready to give it, we ain't gonna talk about it. Just write the check and keep it moving. And then we still gonna keep it moving. And we're gonna still try to build and create and do for ourselves. You know, that's just bottom line. But as long as you're working for other people, right or wrong, good or bad, I mean, hell, a lot of us got to do it. Just the way the world is. I mean, this is their world. They don't say they run it financially, economically, whatever. Until you can stop working for them, you got to follow by their rules, even if it's unfair. And that's what I hate to end this with. But even if it's unfair, you have to follow by their rules as long as you are in their world working for them. Prove me wrong. You know what I'm saying? Show me something different. But anyway, like I said, tell me what you think about this story. Leave your comments below and then share it with the world. And with that being said, I leave you in peace. And I'll see you on the other side.